Hi folks, glad you could join me again. I'm Stephen Cronin. Today I've got a winter landscape for you. Quite a limited palette. Just use the four colours on this one, and just the 3 brushes. So absolute minimal material used. So let me show you the colours I've used just before we start. So if I grab the palette the right way around, all I used on this one was ultramarine, alizarin crimson, raw sienna, and burnt umber. Just the 4 colours. They are Cotman watercolours that I use, and then the brush, 99% of it done with the big Ron Ranson Ike, the large one that is, number 3 rigger, and then I just use that like a little tiny brush just for doing the figures and the bird. If you ever get tired of watching videos and want to look at books instead, I've got 4 books currently on Amazon, almost finished the 5th. It's taking forever, but I'll get there in the end. They're just lots and lots of photographs, just breaking down each painting, just to guide you through each one. So you get these in hardback, softback, and Kindle. You'll see the links in the description. Right, let's get started then. Big brush, and I'm going to start with a raw sienna alizarin crimson. Mix a bit of that together, leaving plenty of light and water. Plenty of light areas. I'm just going to brush that all the way down. Something like that. And add a bit of alizarin, ultramarine, and put a few darker sections in there. Brush a few in from this side as well. And again, I'm just going to go something like that. Get a bit of texture in there with a few clouds of the tissue. A few on this side as well. Also down there where it's going to stop the paint from dripping down. There's a little bit of texture in the sky. Then I'm going to take the same colours again. I don't bother cleaning the brush, but it's a thicker mix, less water, more paint. And this time I'm going for the distant trees, which is something like that. Not too big because they're quite far away. I'm going to keep some sort of scale. And on this side, if I just take this rigger brush, mix some of that, and if I just brush a few trunks in first, and then I'll pop the foliage in afterwards. And just scuff the hairs up to the water, and then I'm just sort of just very lightly touch. Just gives a little bit of variation on the horizon. Something there. Little marks and details there. This time coming slightly further forward still. This is a hill here, so I'm just putting a few marks to suggest that we're just coming down the hill. So that's like a nice little background. Let's soak up that water at the base. Let's get the paper flat against the board. I don't bother pre-stretching it, I just sort of stretch it as I go along. You can pre-stretch if you like, it's entirely up to you. Now over on the left hand side, again I ain't going to bother cleaning the brush, I'm just using the same 3 colours. I don't know if I'll use any more by the time I've finished. This time I'm going right up there and I'm brushing in a bit of foliage. Let's put the trunks in next. I'm just getting a bit of crimson, a bit of blue. Again, just flicking up a load of trunks. I'll paint over a lot of these. A few things can be seen up in the heavens. few darks down there. Let's just move that up a little bit more. What I might do is just dry the brush just to get the sort of bit of variation on the edges. So let's just scuff that up. Let's just go into that raw sienna first. Let's just pop a few on the edge here. A few things out there. Right then, and let's bring this. I might introduce a bit of burnt umber actually. I'm just going to pop it, just suggest just little things growing out of the snow. Bit of brown, bit of blue. A few things dotted around here. Just imagine, I'm just thinking like the edge of a path. Just make that look like a path. Just very, very dry. Scrape a few rocks into that as well. Let's have, oh, that's not showing up very well, is it? It needs to be a bit darker, I think. Let's just bash down a little bit more. That's going up the hill there like that. Let's just bend them in a little bit. Just a hint of a rock here and there. Again, stretched a little bit, so I'm just going to pull that tight. I might even scrape. I'll just put a few dark bits in, bit of brown there, bit of blue. I'll even just darken this a little bit more. I'm going to match those tones on this side. I'm also going to match them in there. Just want them a little bit darker. Can't see the trunks, so I'm just going to redo those trunks. They've gone a little bit invisible. Let's just strengthen the base of these trunks so I can see them. And a few hairs. I was going to say hairs, a few twigs and things dotted around. Just go over some of them. can't resist scraping a few like little fence posts up here. Just mark them down here. Also have a few up here as well. Darker tone around the bottom. You see now, if I darken that, then these looks will show up a little bit better. Again, I just want to. I think it was the brown I was missing originally. I just couldn't get the darks. I was trying to just do it with two colours. Oh, then have I gone overboard with the darks? I don't know. It's maybe just stick something in there, like a little. Oh, I don't know. I think I might be. I don't know if that needs it. I'm just going to leave it there. I was going to put like a something then going up, but I think it would just ruin it. Right, let's put a little man in. Definitely need a little man. I'm trying to get through this without using the hairdryer, because I know someone had a little moan yesterday. The hairdryer was too loud, so I'll see if I can do it without using the hairdryer. Which way are we going now? The path. So the path should go up there. I've sort of blocked him out. If I go. So I'll just put a little man there. And you can just see our little dog in front of him. Darken those tones around. So there's our little man and his dog coming through. Let's just stick a little bird as well. Little bird up here somewhere. Barely visible. I'm making a right mess of it, you know. They're just part of the painting. I'm not going to worry about them. They're like, I don't know, it could be anything, something in the sky. I'm just saying that now. Let's tidy it up a little bit. Let's use the rigger brush and just rub these out, because I've made a bit of a mess. And the brush again, let's rub that one out. Oh, that was the bird. Yeah, I'm going to do the bird again because it looked rubbish. Right, that'll do. Switch to the little brush. Little brush. I'm going to stick him over here. Stick him over here, up in the clouds. That's a bit more prominent. Right, I'm going to call that one done now, before I mess it up even more. Take a bit of brown and blue dark mix. Let's just always sign it away from the focal point, which is a little man there. Put my name down there. Right, let's stick a mount on it and see what it looks like. In fact, before I put the mount, I just realised I haven't done any shadows, have I, apart from the darker tones. I just wanted to put a little, like a shadow running across that foreground, just to liven it up a bit. So I'm just taking a bit of brown, a bit of alizarin, a bit of blue, making just a very simple shadowy mix. something like that. Try not to hit the yellow. And then I'm just gonna have like a simple shadow just running across there like that. Bring that across there, coming down from out of shot. That's all that needs, is just something there just to add a bit of life to it. Right, let's stick the mount on. So here's the finished painting, the mount. So if we have a closer look at it, the sky was just simple raw sienna, alizarin crimson, and then just a bit of ultramarine. Just making sure I left that light area there, just to give that sense of light coming down, and then it sort of helps contrast against the shadows that I put in as well, and all these sort of darker tones there. Put them in really, really dark again, just to sort of silhouette them against the light coming from the sky. And use those same colours just to pop in these distant trees. You see where I've just popped the trunks in first. These ones look a bit funny. I think I should have brought the foliage down a little bit more, but well, you do get trees with that, with big long trunks and foliage at the top. And then you can see where they're fairly light in tone, and where I've put the darker tones in front of it. I had to add a bit of burnt umber to the colours because I just couldn't get the dark. So I was messing around trying to get some dark shadows in the tree there, but I couldn't make do with just the three colours. So I did the burnt umber, so I could get you can see how the darker tones just sort of make the thing pop a lot better. And then only having a little bit of water in the mix, you can see as I'm putting it on, it's leaving lots of broken, unpainted little sections which represent the snow. You can see where I've just scraped a few posts in using the card. And then just give a sort of outline to the path there, just by darkening the sides, adding a few little rocks here and there, trying to keep them as subtle as I could. So this tree, you see just basically all the colours of the palette in there. And as I say, I had to introduce the burnt umber just to get the dark tones, and then had to redo the trunks there just to make them stand out. Again, scraped a few posts in, just all these little details just to help add interest. Got our little man and his dog there walking through into the foreground. And you can see initially I forgot to do this shadow, but I think it definitely helps. Just any sort of just shadow cast straight across the foreground always just helps bring the thing to life a little bit better. So that's it for this one. I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for watching as always. I hope you get a chance to take a look at my Patreon page, see what you think. All the books are on Amazon, the paintings are all on eBay. You'll see all the links below in the description. So until next time, keep practicing. If you've got any questions, please ask, and I'll see you again soon.